Can I ask you a question? Do you enjoy getting hit? Like, is there a little bit of, you don't enjoy getting buzzed, I mean, but enjoy the combat?
Definitely. It's the only reason why I do it, really.
Yeah, you cop it. You like copping it.
Nah, not necessarily copying it. I like the threat of the fight. Like I like it when they're trying to hurt me because I'm trying to hurt them. That's the combat. That's the threat that this guy's trying to hit me, and that high of adrenaline, of like not letting him do that is what I really thrive on in the moment.
But is it for you though? Is the thrill making sure that individual doesn't connect with me, or is the thrill more I want to connect with him?
Yeah, I want to connect with him, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's like eliminating the threat.
Yeah.
Right.
But by you connecting with him though.
Yeah, by beating him.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's trying to beat me and take me away and hurt me, and I get a high out of trying to get rid of this threat.
Yeah.
And the way you do that is by beating him.
Because it's funny, I watch blokes like Mayweather, and it looks to me like Mayweather is nearly trying to show off how good it is that no one can ever hit him because of his defence. I mean, I actually, to be honest, find him, people don't think I'm a heretic, but I find him a boring boxer to watch. But he always wins. But he's so good at defence. And whereas he doesn't look like he's trying to rip someone. He doesn't look like he's trying to connect with someone so much. His game is, he gets more thrill out of making you look like an idiot.
I feel like he changed though, because I feel like he was much more aggressive in his earlier days, don't you?
Yeah, when he's younger, yeah. As he got older.
Yeah, as he got older and he really started cementing his
ring craft.
Yeah, what he does.
Yeah.
He realised he doesn't need to do that anymore.
So have you evolved in that regard? I mean, if I go back and you look at you 10 years ago and look at you today.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So where are you evolving to? Like more ring craft as opposed to being tough and aggressive?
I think I started off aggressive and, tough and aggressive. That crafted itself into ring craft.
Yeah.
But now I'm at another point where I'm kind of molding the ring craft back into aggression, because that's how I
blend the two.
Yeah. That's kind of where I want my, end goal of like the holistically of how I want to fight and of my legacy to be molded as a mixture of ring craft and like fight IQ, but with aggression and grunt.
Yeah, so you fight at middleweight. You look like you're pretty big at the moment. So,
what do you mean, mate?
Yeah, I don't know. I reckon you're about 10 over. Like, I mean, how do you go with weight? So,
I've never missed a weight cut.
No.
So
you fought a few catch weights with others when they miss weight cuts.
When they've missed weight, yeah, definitely. And that's a funny dichotomy, that is. But I've never missed weight. The weight cuts have always been pretty easy.
So can you take me through that then? So just paint a picture for us. So what you might be walking around at? Right
now, about 100 kilos.
Okay, so and you got to fight at what?
84.
Yeah, okay, so we're talking about between 10 and 15 kilos. You got to drop?
Yeah.
Just take me through the process. So where do you kick off? Let's say you got to fight, 3 months out. Do you start your train for the fight 3 months out?
So I'm actually closer to about 97 kilos, 97 and a half.
Yep.
And this is my 10-week mark. This is where I want to be 10 weeks out.
Right.
Because I'm getting the right amount of food to be able to hit a lot of sessions, to be able to get strength gains, to be able to feel good in my sessions. But then as soon as we get the notice 10 weeks out, we can start trimming it back to start seeing the weight going down at the same output.
Do you do it scientifically though? Like when I say scientific, you start off with a DEXA, like a DEXA scan, to sort of see where it all sits?
Well, I've done them, but we don't need to. I do them outside of camps, kind of get a gauge on things, but don't really need them going into camps. More or less, I've been doing this for so long. I know how to do it at the top of my head, but I feel like I want to get more out of the weight cuts, so I'm kind of evolving in that sense that I want to get more.
You want to feel different, you mean?
Yeah, well, the min-maxing the weight cut. I want to be as strong and as big as I possibly can, whilst healthily able to still do what I need to do in there.
So maybe you could explain though, Rob, like that 10-week period, which that's an intense period, and maybe you could just take me through for the first 5 weeks of that 10-week period, what it looks like the second 5 weeks, not on weight, but just on training regime. So what are we training 3 times a day? We're doing a weight session once. What are we doing?
Yeah, there's day to day, my training's changed, but it's usually 3 to 2 times a day. And the first 5 weeks is usually, it's more of like a load building. So like foundation building sort of period. So it's like a lot of live wrestling, a lot of hard sparring, a lot of hard sessions. So like physically hard sessions, but because the weight's at 97, we're dropping the calories a little bit so that we're at a deficit, so that the weight's slowly coming off. And then we move into the second 5-week mark where the calories have to drop off more to keep losing the weight. At a fast
rate, yep.
And it's more about quality after that. So we still have high level competition matches and competition sessions, but they're not as building per se. So it's not like a lot of heavy weights, not a lot of foundation building because the foundation's already been built. And then as we get closer to the time we leave for overseas or fight week itself, it's usually about bringing the weight closer and closer to the target market, bringing the sessions in so it's all quality, and then kind of offloading the last.
And when you say quality, what do you mean by quality? We're talking about like technique and short bursts, like as an actual 5-minute.
Yeah,
round.
So like instead of doing say 6-8 minute jiu-jitsu matches, we'll do 3 5-minute.
Yep.
So you need to win those 3 5s.
Yep.
It's not about getting through the 8.
With 3 different people usually.
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
It depends what we're doing.
So like a lot of guys go over to Auckland. A lot of Aussie guys. I mean, Alex does. I mean, what do you do? What's your plan? I mean, sometimes you go. There's camps in Thailand. There's all sorts of places. What's your go-to?
I'm fortunate enough though that so at my gym at Smeaton Grange, I have other UFC fighter Jacob Mclachlan, and I have one FC fighter Izzy Dox there, and they're both middleweights. And we've also got a whole host of other guys, but they're like quite high caliber, high level middleweights. So they're good bodies I get to work with day in, day out. And then we bring in a lot of other guys to come in and do some boxing sparring or grappling or MMA sparring if we can find the work. And I'm fortunate that I can do all my work from Smeaton Grange because, like I said, it's 20 minutes from my home.
That's perfect. You don't have to travel. I mean,
I don't think I could justify traveling when I can do all the work here. I can do all the work and I've had great results and success from home. But also, the other half of the coin is my family. If you take me away from my family and like I've lost half the edge.
Yeah, can you sort of take me through like are they sort of like the basis of everything you do?
Oh, definitely. They're the reason kind of why I do everything. It's and the easiest way to say it is they're why I fight. So if I'm not close to them, I'm not spending time with them. If I'm not a part of their lives, why am I fighting?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I get that 100%.
Yeah, and I also do understand how people are like, you got to sacrifice now for later. But I don't want to sacrifice the first 8 years of my kids' lives.
Yeah.
Totally. to enjoy them from 12 when I don't even know who they are. I want to be a part of it the whole way, the whole journey. Give and take. There's moments I can't do things and I have to go away or stuff like that, but I try to minimize it because there has to be a balance with those two, for me anyway, because they're my driving force.